it's Justine from The Typical Mom, and I'm going to be making ham and bean soup today. And if you've never made anything with dry beans in your Instant Pot, it is super, super easy. I've actually never done it before until I got an Instant Pot, and then I realized how easy it was because you don't have to soak them overnight. So all we're gonna use is ham, and so this recipe is actually great if you have lots of leftover ham after Easter, Christmas. And I'm gonna use some chicken broth, an onion, I'm gonna use some celery, and then my northern beans. So just a bag, and you're going to want to rinse them just to kind of get the debris off and all of that. So we're gonna start with the dry beans. Pour those in and just pour in 6 cups of water. So we've got 16 ounces of dry beans. I'm using northern beans, white beans, I'll do either one. And 6 cups of water. And then we're gonna turn that on, and this will be kind of the first step of making ham and bean soup. You can actually load this up with lots of vegetables. I'm only gonna be using celery for the most part today. But carrots would be great too. My husband is not a big fan of carrots, so we're gonna skip that today. But that's a great addition too. So in order to do the dry beans, all you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the bean function, and then it automatically goes to 30 minutes on normal, and that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna make sure that the valve is closed so it can reach pressure. Then once the 30 minutes is up and it beeps, go ahead and do a quick release. We're gonna drain the beans, and then we'll go on to our soup. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back, and I've released all the steam, and we have our beans. Using a little Instant Pot, I'm gonna go drain these in the sink, and we'll just set these to the side while we're putting all of our other things in. Okay, so I usually use 1 onion. You can use less, more. I love these little cutting boards. You can just throw everything in. We've got our ham. I diced up 2 cups of ham, great for leftover ham. This is actually a smoked ham that we made yesterday, and we have the video of how to do that on YouTube, and I will have a recipe momentarily on the blog. And we're gonna use some celery. You could also use carrots. We're not gonna do that today because my husband is not a fan. And a little bit of salt. I like to salt after it's done, personally. My husband has a little bit of high blood pressure, so I just add a little bit. And then we're gonna add our chicken broth, and then we're gonna add our beans, our white northern beans, back into the pot and turn it on, and it will be done in about 10 minutes. Well, the cook time is 10 minutes. So by the time it comes to pressure and cooks for 10 minutes, you know, it's like 15 minutes, but still, for homemade soup, that's pretty amazing. We're gonna put our beans back in. And put our lid back on. And we're gonna put, I have an older version of the pot, so mine has a manual button. The newer versions just have the pressure button. So we're gonna push manual, or if you don't have the manual button, you're gonna skip that part. Pressure, it'll go to low. So to turn it to high, you're just gonna push pressure again. And it'll switch right to high. We're gonna want 10 minutes for this. Make sure your pressure valve is closed again. And we will be back in 10 minutes to show you what it looks like and have some lunch. Okay, our ham and beans are now done. So let's take a peek. So you could either make this a soup, ham and bean soup, Or if you wanted it thicker, just add less broth. You could opt for vegetable broth rather than chicken broth. Just depends on what I have in the cabinet, really is what I use. It's perfect. Give you a peek. Homemade. Ham and bean soup. Kids are gonna love it. Husband will love it because there's no carrots. And I will put the recipe again on the blog, thetypicalmom.com. And I have 101 other easy Instant Pot recipes. If you're looking for more, right on my blog there's a tab that says Instant Pot recipes, so follow along. And I will see you next time when I create something else new in my pressure cooker.